Hey, this is Sam here from RecipeThis.com and the voice behind the popular Kitchen Gadgets podcast, Magic with Gadgets. Today I want to show you just how easy it is to make an instant pot beef stroganoff. This can be done in any electric pressure cooker, and we're also going to be including the pasta in the pot so that you can have an all-in-one pot dinner using your instant pot. I just absolutely love this dish, but you're probably wondering what ingredients are involved and how complicated it is. Well, it's got a few stages to it because we're starting with sautéing, we're adding ingredients and stock and things in the pasta, and then we're pressure cooking. But it's quite easy really once you get the hang of the order of the ingredients. We've got mushrooms, we've got onion, we've got some sliced rump steak, or if you're in the US it's probably similar to your sirloin. We've got some beef stock, we've got red wine, and then we've got the familiar ingredients that you associate with the beef stroganoff, such as dried dill, smoked paprika, mustard, of course some salt and pepper, and of course plenty of cream cheese. You can use Philly, but what I also like to use is some creme fraiche. You can do the same, you can mix and match between them. I didn't have much Philly left, so if I'm a bit short I'm going to add in some creme fraiche as well. So it's just a brilliant all-rounder of ingredients. And once you've prepped your onion, your beef and your mushrooms, there's not really that much to it. So shall we get started? So I'm just going to move the main ingredients out the way. Now I've shown you them, and then we can start by sautéing the onion. So I'm using my 8 quart just because it's bigger, so it's easier for me to stack the food. So you may have to reduce the portion size slightly if you're using your 6. So you want to start by turning on your instant pot and then pressing sauté and then pressing start. I've just gone from a 6 quart to my 8 quart and the buttons are in different places, so I have to remind myself where everything is. So drizzle with some extra virgin olive oil, add in the onion, and then you're just waiting to hear that sizzle, and then you can start mixing it because it takes a bit for the instant pot to warm up, and then it's a good opportunity for you to gather up your ingredients. So we've got the sizzle, so give your onions a stir, and you're wanting them to soften a bit. You'll get a bit of steam. And then when they're starting to soften, you can add in your meat at the same time. And then you can be browning your meat while you're sautéing your onion. But it's okay now. So you can also add in a bit of salt now as well. Start flavouring up your pot. And then give it a minute so you can get a bit more of a brown on it. And in the meantime, I'm just going to get my red wine ready. So I'm just going to pour it into my measuring cup. Then I'm ready with this. And then we're just waiting for the meat to brown on all sides. And then we can start deglazing the pot and getting it going with ingredients. So I've added in the red wine, and now I'm adding in the stock. So it's the equivalent of 2 cups of stock. That's because we're also pressure cooking the pasta in there, and we need something for it to sit on because otherwise you'll end up with a problem. So we've deglazed it. We're also going to add in the Worcestershire sauce now as well. And then give that a stir. And it's coming along nicely now with the ingredients. So now we're going to add in a load of seasonings. So some mustard powder's nice. Smoked paprika. Dried dill. Anyway, I don't know if you're the same, but I always only use dried dill in a handful of recipes, and otherwise it just gets sat there and forgotten about. And then let's add some more salt in, a little bit of pepper. And then we can give it a stir, and then the next ingredient to add in is your pasta. give it a stir. Oh, I've totally forgotten. I should know better with all the years that I've been using the Instant Pot. I've forgotten to press cancel, so press cancel. And then we're just going to wait for it to cool down a bit, and then we're going to add in the pasta. The pasta that I recommend when cooking with the pressure cooker is tagliatelle. It's just brilliant, and it's one of those that you can use in so many different dishes. So, open it up, and what you want to do is you want to partially submerge it into the Instant Pot stock. So you can add as much or as little as you want, depending how much pasta you like, but note that if you don't add that much, you'll end up with some liquid left over. Manage a bit more in there as well. If you notice, I'm pushing it down as I'm adding it, and that's perfect. So now you've got your pasta on, it's turn of the mushrooms. So there's about 8 ounces, 225 grams here of mushrooms that we've sliced up, and just have it so that it's over the pasta like this, and then cover as much of the pasta as you can. And then when you've done that, we just you can use butter, margarine, whatever you want on top. And then once you've done that, it's time to get your pot on. So grab your Instant Pot lid, place the lid on, make sure the valve's set to sealing, and then you're looking for the pressure cook button, and then you're looking for a cook time of 3 minutes, and then press start. And we've beeped. So we've done our 3-minute cook time on the pasta and the beef and everything. So it's time to release the pressure, and then we can start stirring and adding in the other ingredients. So do a quick pressure release. Pressure's dropped. Let's get finishing off this beef stroganoff, shall we? As you can see, the steam's gone now. So I'm just putting it on the Sautéing. Because it had cooled down a bit because I was waiting for the steam to go, and I still want it warm enough to be able to make the creamy sauce. So start by mixing up your pasta. It'll all be cooked now. It's just some of the tagliatelle will still be kind of in its little balls. So you just want to separate it a bit. And then let's add in some extra dill. And then I find that the Instant Pot, because it pressure cooks, it dilutes the flavour. So let's add in a bit more salt. And then give it a good stir. Break down the fillet, because you want to turn that in what's left into a creamy sauce. And I've steamed up again. Wonderful. So press cancel now, because you've warmed up your pot enough. And oh wow, look at that. That is what you call tagliatelle. Mixed in. Perfect pasta for choosing for your beef stroganoff. And another pasta that you can actually cook in the Instant Pot. It's just brilliant. So, can't see it that well in there, so let me give you a dish. Perfect creamy beef stroganoff in the Instant Pot. It's perfect for a quick meal, and it's one of those where you just dump in ingredients in the Instant Pot, adding in some cream cheese at the end, or you can use creme fraiche or double cream or something like this, and it's just perfect, and it's so filling as well. So it's great for a midweek meal using your pressure cooker. And thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Pinterest, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course you can also find us on TikTok. But best of all, head over to recipethis.com/newsletter to join our weekly newsletter. And I'm Sam, and thanks again for watching.